Alright, what's up, yins guys? I'm doing another video here, and I just deleted the last one I just made because I got into subject matter I want to put in a separate video. And the way I was talking about it, I can't cut it apart and make separate videos out of it. So, but yet, in a future video, I'm going to introduce you a future video I'm going to talk about in these videos too, and how my everything else in my videos come to play, because I don't just make gang stalking videos for nothing. I pay attention to some of you guys' other videos about how people want to, whether you have some friends they want to isolate you. Say you have, some of us have more friends than others, and some people want to make sure they want to get you fired, evicted, arrested, or whatever, homeless. But there's good and evil involved, and of course I get critics that, whether in workplaces or out there, that if they don't say your thing is evil some kind of way by a religious side, it's a violation of some other kind of ethical code, and they'll use safety work rules that they didn't care about what you're doing until they find out some attitude you have about it. You're walking cocky and you're delivering a message to somebody like a newspaper in a subtle way, and you're not with this or with that. So all of a sudden now that's what happens. But there's good and evil going on, and I've noticed even in my fitness videos, I've used Danzig music in some ways, and even the videos I'm talking to you right now here, I want to do a separate video on this, but I'm gonna say in parentheses whether I'm doing the fitness video or talking to you right now. Here, watch. Here's the dark side. Here's the light side. The dark side. The light side. The dark side. The light side. And then here, watch. In between. And then I'm almost like that one guy with the hair, and the hair that was going like this. Remember Danzig back in the Misfits and all that? And people will try to say everything that, oh, if you knowingly are doing something north, south, east, or west, oh my, all of a sudden it's evil. You're going to get attacked that way, and if you're not attacked by something's evil religiously somewhere out there in the world, that you're supposed to be an obedient worker. If you do anything like I was doing in a workplace, delivering something like a message, or just doing it to empower myself and saying that I'm with that, oh, you're not allowed to do that. Everybody's got to be sheep. They're obedient workers. Don't require them to be strong and smart enough to do what they want you to do, but don't be strong or smart on our own. Get physically exhausted, just want to watch TV. Some people, like I said, even though you have drug tests, they want you to do drugs, or they want you to, whether they're legal or illegal, they want you to drink, they want you to smoke. Nothing against any of you guys that smoke a little pot, whether it's legal now or what, and do you drink a little bit. That's not the point. I mean, I had friends that drink, they smoke cigarettes and different things like that. And then there was a thing I was commenting back to one dude, he understands what I mean. And I was telling him, well, there's these other ones that all of a sudden that would be ignorant to you or whatever because of who they know. And they get all these smoke breaks. And I was talking about how you'll get these different people, whether they're skinny arms and these cheap tattoos, and old guy trying to talk to you with some steel voice, he drinks out there, and he's maybe seniority over you, he has a little authority over you. Skinny arms and some short sleeve uniform shirt, and cheap ass tattoos that ain't quite like the tattoos that are nicer everybody gets now. And he drinks and smokes and walks around all tough with a cigarette. And some of them have beards or mustaches or whatever too, and a long mustache and all that. This like rough voice, and there's like okay, and there's what I'm trying to say. There's these people in these workplaces. When you first go to one, just like school kids, they're damn. And I wanted to get to this too about women that make videos with gang stalking, and you can be someone working and stuff. You want to deliver a message like paper, deliver it like a newspaper. It's needed sometimes if you can acquire something that you can send a message, so you can walk around with a cocky look on his face and a smirk on his face. That's where my videos come in. Other videos come into play. Because when you're first somewhere, any workplace, anywhere. All eyes on you. They're eyeing you up. Sometimes it's to deliberately intimidate you. So some of you guys' videos like I'm watching about gang stalking, they want to isolate you, get you fired, get you evicted. And I make my case that it's into the diehard drug doing and drinking and smoking crowd, which I try not to be against what people are doing. But if you say anything that like you want to be on the other side of the fence willingly, there's an aspect of requiring you don't to drink or you don't drink or smoke enough. That people don't like that. You got the diehard crowd. Even if you smoke a joint once in a while and drink a beer and smoke, you're going to have these diehard, partying crowds that they're on somewhere they want you to be intimidated into doing totally what they do. They want to run your life some kind of damn way too. And you got somebody else, they're out there in their numbers, and like you're stared down. You're supposed to be intimidated, mostly in workplaces because, you got the token drug tests out there. But like I said, they want you to, as long as you show up for the place, they want you to be, whether you don't do no drugs, you walk around with a big belly, they want you to hurry up and get home, watch TV, and don't be all of a sudden ready to stuff your belly, get that big belly, you can't wait to get home and just, not just eat because you need to and it's pleasurable too, nothing against that, but whether they want you to feed your belly and or at lunch break too, and then you get real sluggish and they want everything to be hard, and then everybody around you, they teaching everybody around you to intimidate you and to be in the same way. No, you're not allowed to get over physically, do anything gracefully. That, if you don't do no drugs, you feel your belly, get a big belly, and those people are authority. You got these big bellies, beard. Or you get the drinking crowd, right? They want the drinking and a lot of drugs and they want a lot of smoking too. Not against any of you guys watching this smoke, because they want you to get good and exhausted from them jobs, and they'll even get a lot of they encourage all these cliques that if you're not that way, you're ashamed, you're stared at, and you're this. You need to change your ways, and you're what you are as an employee, and not to offend or do anything weird or be anything weird. And what they regard as weird, double standards too. And they want you to be, even illegal drugs that they test for, they don't really give a fuck as long as you show up there. You get good and exhausted, so you don't, and all you're worried about, you got to get the cigarettes, you got to buy back pot, case of beer, nothing against having, a beer and lots of food for sports games. Hey, I support my home teams. I watch games with a girlfriend. I says, nothing wrong with that, but there's an aspect of, like John Carpenter's They Live, they want you to be, and then as a woman or a girl, whether you're in the religious side, getting scrutinized, or in the so many secular beliefs, too, moral beliefs, and even the secular moral beliefs, different sides of them, it's a moral virtue. It's going to be immoral if you don't drink and smoke enough. So the secular humanists, the religious people don't hate. You got a couple different attitudes in the religious side. Some are more liberal than others, and some of them will be with more of, if you get the religious side that's too damn near like a more liberal than conservative, what I call regressive conservative, which nothing wrong with being for people to rehabilitate if they're addicted to certain drugs and all that, but an indication that if you do anything physically good for yourself, get strong and smart, whether it's a guy or a girl, you're insensitive to people that are hurting. All of a sudden, you're supposed to bring yourself down a notch it's like there's an indication there, and then you get the side that's totally liberal, don't like the religious side. You're immoral, and it hurts people's feelings. They need drugs that people that are sick, whether it's legalized marijuana, you're offending them, and you're on the side of some of them to a certain extent. But all of a sudden, everything you do now to better yourself, it could be hurting feelings or offending people. You can be all of a sudden, just because of things that you're doing that happens to be better yourself, all of a sudden you're walking around too proudly because you don't care. You get accused of not having no regard for people that need drugs because they're sick, just because you're bettering yourself some kind of way, even though you're willing to let them have the drugs, you're not against it. And so you get the they can make it into any issue they want, like when you're under a hierarchy in a workplace or whatever too. Like if you show people a little bit of how things are, you have things to deliver like a newspaper. And what I want to talk about too is another type of intimidation, which Bothians could get fired if you get in a full-blown physical altercation. But in some cases, some people, potential altercations, if there is too much of so-and-so's relative, they'll still have a job and you won't. So my things, the reason why I'm making videos about gang stalking too, is showing you a little things that, rather than get an altercation, you can walk around with a cocky look on your face and hopefully keep your job, and do little things to deliver like a newspaper. But at the same time, I did actually lose a job because I was both showing off in front of a place that was half women. There were the busybodies that didn't like it. Then I did do some things that, in some of my other videos, that some of you guys that tune into me because of videos about gang stalking don't know about, because you don't watch those videos. But I do in videos. I'll go even one-handed, grind a fist into literal cement, with standing on one hand or both hands, or different things, which I done at workplace doing splits. I got in trouble where I was showing off in front of the women, so to speak, and trying to egg them on. Maybe some of them might have some tricks that they don't know, that I don't know about, I was trying to send a message to some of them, because some of them got tattoos and everything, different things, not always rough looking, that place I work. And I'm thinking that, trying to send them a message to a point too, that some of my friends that, yeah, you're people out there that are authority over you there. You're not just an employee. There's a woman too, that maybe if you got a little bit of time to be able to better yourself some way, and it kind of goes into parentheses about women doing gang stalking videos. I wanted to see more women be able to do some of this, to deliver like a newspaper. And it's also for some of the people that, in one of my videos, that said, "Oh, fuck you, you piece of shit." And you know why? If some of you guys that watch me for these kind of videos, I'm going to remind you too why the one person that I saw him on one of your videos, I forget which one of you guys, but it's like he'll say, "Oh, fuck you, you piece of shit." But I saw this person on one of your videos trolling him, but he told me, "Oh, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit." And you know why he did that? I blocked him. One of you guys may have seen it. I made a little brief video flipping him off, reading his statement. The reason why they said go fuck yourself, you piece of shit, because I'm affecting a few of them. You know what I'm saying? And they know what I'm doing on YouTube and that. And I don't think even a lot of you guys that watch me for these videos about gang stalking even care really that much about. Maybe some of you do, about what I'm doing. It might be interesting, but somebody, none of you guys that watch videos about gang stalking, pretend none of you, or even one or two, tune into the other stuff I'm doing. Somebody was very pissed off because my presence on there, even somebody out there watching, I'm in a threat that I could be. And then I was actually literally fired from an industrial place. A threat that I could be. I'm actually showing the place that's half women. which they didn't need this because there was an environment over there anyway. But since there were so many women, and I want to encourage this because I think that was real important, worth getting fired for. But yet I was a couple of dudes in there that I had to deliver like a newspaper and smile at them, grinding knuckles on the ground, not just do yoga, deliver a message. And I think any women watching, they need to learn that too in case they're somewhere else. But yeah, I'm on here, not just your conspiracy theory gang stalking video maker. I got attracted to the videos like this because I have takes on it, that things that I do proudly to piss people off. And I'm on here to do these videos to piss some people off. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that maybe some people will get some ideas too. And I know I'm some kind of a threat somewhere here out on this video and out there in the world. So